I'm so excited to get into today's video. As we're going to get into is another amazing build that we did live on Twitch, which you guys ever want to join us, the links are down below. But for what we're going to get into specifically for the build is I've kind of in the process of looking into new spots we can move into personally, and this is kind of one of the spots. We're nowhere near moving quite yet, just to clarify, not that you're asking, but you know, just to clarify. But either way, we kind of had fun. We built it as close as we could to the photos that were available, and then everything else we kind of decorated to how we desired. We kind of had a color scheme, but without further ado, let me go show you guys the build and what we all did. So for the layout, like I said, we try to follow as closely as possible to the design and the exterior. So they had like, I just wish, I don't know, some things in the Sims you can't exactly duplicate, which is, I guess it's the fun of trying to like figure it out. But as you guys can see, I mean, it's very slender what we got going on right now. It's just because I'm looking at the image. I'm trying to like pull it towards what we have. Eventually I expand it quite a bit because as of right now its size is way too small. But it's a 2-story build. It had, I think what we could see was the upstairs, kind of like the design of the ceiling. I wasn't able to replicate that in this build. A lot of it I wasn't able to. And then also the amount of rooms they had we duplicated, but we changed out one to be, well, I'll show you guys later. I don't want to spoil too much. I mean, obviously, or I guess I could share. I can share. I can tell you guys. You guys cool with that? I'm telling you guys ahead of time. I'm kidding. But we do have a, what's it called? A gaming room or a dual office shared with also a little space for your infant to hang out in. There's also a, like a spare / gaming room. So it's kind of like a family space is what I'm imagining. We also have a bedroom downstairs, and we also have infant room. So, and then obviously we have the kitchen, the living room, and we have the garage, which you guys will eventually see, that has some extra stuff, and then also a book nook room because the book nook came out, and then also you guys can tell growing together also came out. So as for the exterior, I think we did pretty good on making it the same as the one I was looking at. Not the design, obviously currently we're renting, so it's not like my dream build or dream home. It's just kind of something we are looking towards for our next place, with more room than the current place we have. The things that do end up changing is the patio, which you guys can kind of see. It does move locations, which I think you guys will get a better glimpse of that at the end of the video when we do the final tour. Hopefully we don't catch any mistakes as per usual, because we did this a while ago per this recording that I'll be posting for you guys. I do want to say, like, the hardest part for the landscaping was the little driveway, which I've seen people do a unique technique of using the roofing, which I wish I'd seen before doing this build, because I don't know if would have worked, but it would have been nice to at least see what they'd have looked like, rather than me trying to elevate the ground slowly to the build in a weird, lumpy way. But in the end, I think we did pretty well for the look overall. And then as for the garages, I do want to ask you guys, like, what's the best garage door? I think there's a there's a debug item, and I need to seriously find it. I don't hate the ones we ended up using in general, but I've just seen people use, like, this garage debug item. I keep wanting to say CC, and it honestly looks really good, and I think it probably would have looked better if I'd known. But either way, I'll look into it. I just need to breathe, look into debug, and stop letting it overwhelm me all the time. I've been slowly adding items that I use within the debug options, but it's a slow process. And for what we're doing right now, we're building like this little, I feel like, designated little potting area. I feel like a lot of renting spaces have this where I live. I don't know about you guys, but they have like this little decked out planted area for you guys. Not usually for a place that's a full-on house, but this one has it, and I was just like, I kind of want to duplicate that in the best way I can. So we got like the half balls and deck that out, and then eventually you guys will see like little plants and whatnot in there, and it was a lot of fun to do. I really do love landscaping. If you guys see my videos before, I feel like you guys know. I definitely want to try, oh my god, I think another Twitch streamer recommended doing, is it an English garden? I think, and it's all about the landscaping, the flowers and whatnot. I don't know how well it'll be for gameplay per se, because I am definitely more geared towards gameplay. If you guys don't know and have seen all of my gameplay videos, definitely worth go checking out. We have a lot of different series going on, and more to come. I have so many fun ideas that I'm so excited about. videos, I can't speak today, hello, but the build videos are, one, for me to build my confidence, and two, I'm hoping that you guys can enjoy them and see the progress and the growth within it. And I love hearing about your comments about like what you guys love, and I definitely want to hear about what you guys think, like, oh, if you had tried this or do this. I definitely appreciate those just as much. I feel like in my streams I'm always like, oh my god, thank you for telling me, like, all of the time, because it's something I'm not fantastic at, and I feel like there's a lot of tips and tricks that I don't necessarily know quite yet, because I don't personally watch a whole lot of build videos. I do watch some. I especially watch like James Turner. I used to watch Claire Siobhan and a lot of simmers who do build videos occasionally too. I also watched like Dr. Gluon, although he's not like primarily building, he does a couple building, and I feel like we get tips and tricks from all of them, but that's just a few. And as for the exterior, I think we're gonna come to the end of it. You guys will get a lot of the more of the landscaping later, because I feel like I cut out a lot of the process, because I feel like for me landscaping takes so long, not only for planning like where the plants are, because it wasn't exact to the image, which also made this build take a lot longer for the exterior because I was trying so hard to get as close as possible. But also, I like to use plantings to fill holes or maybe add texture, because I feel like the flat, just painted ground doesn't necessarily look as nice to me. I like looking at texture when I'm looking at my grass and whatnot. It just makes it look more natural to me. Maybe I just need to get used to looking at other builds without it or something. I don't know. But either way, I want to keep improving on my landscaping. Maybe even try that English garden like I was mentioning. And yeah, as of right now, we're just picking out the windows. The windows took so long because the window I couldn't get exactly, and I was also trying to replicate the images from the outside and the inside. But now to get in the inside, I couldn't exactly show you guys us planning out the foreground because it was kind of chaotic during the stream. So I just ended up, I'll show you guys like the landscaping. I'll show you guys God, I really can't speak. Oh my goodness. I'll show you guys the layout later. Apparently, if I do more hand gestures, the better I can speak. So if I'm just like, doing a, dun, 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 out of nowhere, that's why. But back into the build, I already did the layout. We got the living room. I changed it quite a bit, which is why I kind of like cut forward, because it went from just this weirdly white kitchen, and I was just like debating whether or not to build it how I'd like it or build it how, I don't know. It was so hard to pick like a theme. I didn't necessarily want to build it how I wanted. I don't know why. I was kind of trying to stay away from that because, one, I didn't really know the layout, and I feel like if we did move or something, I would have loved to do like the build itself with the exact layout with all the stuff I want. So we kind of, I don't know how we ended up on this theme, but like reds, yellows, and I think maybe oranges, but reds and yellows, especially with browns, is kind of the color scheme we went for, and we ran with it. I think it was just because eventually I was just like, I don't know what to do. We already got like this couch and stuff going, so let's just make that the theme. And I honestly love the look. It's definitely not a style I personally go for myself. I mean, it's like pinks everywhere. But the look of it in here makes me question, my style, personal choices. And honestly, I love it. I do love the layout. So this is the upstairs where you guys are seeing meets the kitchen. And then out the back is beside the kitchen is also a little patio, which I can't wait to show you guys all the stuff we put in the kitchen. I know we kind of fast forwarded through that, but we did a lot. Like we added like supply closet. What's it called? A pantry. We had a pantry. I think we had like our brooms. We also had like a little food closet, or is that the pantry? And then supply closet. Yeah, correct me in the comments, please. Thank you, because I don't clearly know. But this is the patio. Welcome to the patio. That I know. We added like a little gardening area. I don't know. I feel like whenever I do patios, I always think about my grandma and how like she doesn't like going up and down the stairs because she can't as well as she used to. So having like the little patio garden is something that she really appreciates, and I kind of put that thought into here. So we got like the little gardening spot, we got a comfy couch, and then I ended up adding the little flower display, which we have down there, just something to fill up the space and make it look lived in. And honestly, I like the final look of it. It's definitely like a patio. If I had a patio that lengthy, I would probably love it to look like that. But man, plants are expensive. Weird side note, but I'm like trying to get into gardening, and I'm like majorly into art, so like that's already all of my money. But and then gaming, don't get me wrong, Sims 4, my money's going there too. But like gardening itself, I'm just like, man, I want to like plant plants, I want house plants all the time. And then you like get into it and you're like, oh my god, like, one pot is enough, I guess. But back on the inside, so this is like on the far left, and the far right is where the kitchen is. So we're still on the second floor, but this is one of the first rooms we deck out. It has like a little gaming area piano. And I was just thinking like this is a guest room slash like a little spot for us to hang out with the family. So it's definitely, I feel like this house is family oriented. They have only an infant, but maybe they're really tight knit with their family, or even they just like having like game nights, and they like having wholesome game nights. Like when is D&D getting into The Sims 4? That's my question. I feel like they don't have enough geeky stuff. I need more. Sims, are you listening? Could you imagine? Like I've seen videos of D&D. Like I never realized how far D&D can get into because I've only played a couple times. We don't have a group, so that's why we didn't really like get into it. But I've seen there's like this display table that has holographics and stuff, and that looked so cool. And they had like little pieces and whatnot they can set up. And that's crazy. Like if you guys are into that, let me know. Or if you guys haven't seen that, I definitely recommend checking it out. Like even if you're not into it, I just think like it looks amazing. Like the amount of money, time, and effort that they put into it was worth it, in my opinion. But as for this room, the one that we're going to be working on next will be the office slash like little infant area. Right now I'm just trying to like make this place look as lived in, and I feel like I didn't really show you guys the rest as how well we did with it, which I'm very excited to show you guys in the end. And cross my fingers, because it's been a while since I built this one, that I did as well as I remember it. Because I just remember like I said, we had like a bunch of closets we filled up that not necessarily Sims need, but looking at it, it makes me feel like a complete home. Obviously, you know the one thing we didn't do? A laundry room. I feel like The Sims don't have that, and I feel like it's so easy to forget when you build. Do you forget, or do you remember a laundry room? Like, are you somebody who's like, I have to have it when I build? Or are you like me and you just keep forgetting about it? Honestly, I probably just forget about it because I don't like doing it in The Sims. Because, like, if you guys aren't much into gameplay, what you literally have to do is you put it in, you start it. Wait, what else do you do? Do you put it in, start it, and then when you're done, you gotta take it out, swap it, and don't forget to clean it, because you can catch on fire, and then you gotta start it. Because, yeah, you gotta, like, not only are you putting it in, you gotta also start it, and then you gotta swap it, and then, start it, and then you gotta take it out, and then you gotta clean it, and I'm like, gosh, Sims, it's like, Sims has a certain, like, time frame for everything, so, like, processes like that, and especially since I have to tell them each individual step of it, it's just, it's too much. Like, especially since I like family homes, because we're always working on going on to the next generation and so forth. It's like, it's a lot. And I end up literally forgetting about the laundry, and then it stacks up, and then you got laundry everywhere. But hey, if you want, like, another way to make money, like, easy peasy money, digging in the pockets is a great way. Or you can sell your piles. It's only $1, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, like, you can sell it. Your laundry. Your dirty laundry. And get a single simoleon, which over time could accumulate for some good, some good money if you just never do your laundry. Oh, and there's a sneak peek for the living room and how much I cluttered it. We really did fast forward quite a bit of that, but I just wanted to toss that in there. And for the office space itself, I wanted it to be like a 2-person like setup space. And I'm sorry if we like zip back and forth. It's just because when I find an item, I have to pull it out. I don't know if anybody else has this process, but if I don't pull it out, I will forget about it. I just won't add it, and that'll be it, Oh, and oh my god, I forget. I think we added a whole pet space. So either like I'm assuming a small dog of some sort, because I don't think I added a litter box. We'll have to do that, check that in the tour, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. But for the rest of the office, like I was mentioning, I wanted a 2-seater because I felt like the couple would want to work together, and they're very family-oriented, tight-knit family. So we also added a little spot for the infant, which somebody mentioned in the comments they really appreciated. I just think, like, with your infants, we don't really think about it, but if it was actual an infant, we'd want to bring them around us in the house. I guess you'd have, like, a monitor, but we don't have that in The Sims. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it too much, but it'd just be easier in The Sims, especially, too, if we took the infant upstairs. So if they cry or they need to be fed, you don't have to go all the way down, feed them and whatnot, and then go up, and then you also have to deal with the hassle of taking care of them. Your Sims don't listen, which I feel like if you looked into any videos or Sim videos, you've probably heard about it, even if you don't play. How little they cooperate. They're like, Jesus. But now we're into our last 2 bedrooms, per se. We also have the 2 more rooms after this, but, or 3 more, I guess. But for the infant room, I just wanted to deck it out. Like, I think we did, like, more of a foresty theme. Definitely started off with more browns and bear theme, but I think I ended up finding, like, the wall decals that I really like, and we changed it up in a second. Overall, I love it. Ooh, speaking of which, oh my god, I feel like I have to point this out. I don't know if anybody would appreciate this, because if you do gameplay and you're constantly looking, or even just building, you're looking for that little storage unit that base game added with the diapers and whatnot that I have next to our little basket. That one you can find in kitchen clutter. Is that correct? Oh, I was gonna tell you guys, and here I am asking you. But literally, I looked forever. You looking for baby stuff. You look in the clutter in the kids' room. I don't think you can find it there either. But I know for a fact. I think we found it in the kitchen clutter. And I was like, why here? But maybe you guys need to correct me, because now I'm questioning my own memory right now. I just found it last time we were building for the Disney Princess Challenge. Which, if you guys don't know about that, you guys can check it out on my other channel. Or you guys can watch this live on Twitch Tuesdays or Thursdays. We do the Disney Princess Challenge, and part of it was somebody in chat encouraged us having a newborn, or just a baby in general, and I really wanted to find that item, because I feel like it's an easy little bit of clutter / storage space for your infant, because I know they don't necessarily need anything, none of your Sims do, so I really wanted to add that item as us saying, like, we do care about this baby. So yeah, that's why I was like, oh my god, I found it, and I wanted to share it with you guys, but here I am forgetting. But you guys just saw the bedroom. I didn't really talk about it, which I'm sorry, but moving on to the book nook area, I was so excited to do this because I think I did like a room, but I didn't do anything to show you guys. I absolutely love the book nook, like, attachable items. At first, when I saw the book nook pack, I was like not really personally excited, but as soon as I saw the attachable shelves, I was like, oh my god, yes. And they need to add more like sectional items that we can build into however we please, like the books that stack until you desire, the shelves that we can attach, or the the seats that we can attach. I know I saw in somebody's video mentioning maybe we could eventually get tables that connect, so when we have larger families like I, who do like long family, if you want to do family reunions or stuff like that, or if you just have a big family and you want to invite other people over, having like pull-out tables would have been nice, or or like like ones that can like link up or something, or even like cheap ones you can put outside. Just that, like, ideas that I'm so excited that what they're adding and whatnot. But there's so much more that I'm craving. I want more. I mean, I do use CC content, so that is always helpful for items that you want. Maybe there is a CC item for that. You never know. I feel like there's so many good CC items, and I feel like I can never have enough. It's just I usually try not to use them for ones I'm uploading for you guys, because I'd hate for you guys not to be able to use it. Like, there's like this one content creator that I love their builds, but they always use CC content. I'm just like, they're so pretty, but I can't have it. If I do have it, it's like empty, you know what I mean? So hopefully somebody appreciates it. Not saying that anybody needs to download my builds, and it's mainly just so I can build with you guys and work on my progression, get tips and tricks, and grow and have fun with it, and build my confidence. Especially, I feel like anybody, if you're like conscious about your Sims or your builds, I feel like it's always like what you like, and for me it's just like it might be, I just felt like my builds never fully made sense. But this is the last little room. I just wanted like the necessity garage items. We got the workout area, the few like skill based items, and I think we're gonna get into the final tour of this build. Are you guys ready? Okay, so here's the final look, and I'm so excited. So you guys definitely can get a better glimpse of what we did for landscaping. The little potted area I was mentioning. We also added like a ton of debug items, I think, so we can have all that. And then they had like a fence over here that I wanted to add. I did add like I don't think anybody can actually reach the trash can, so I definitely want to move that. And a bunch of rocks just to fill the void there. And then a better glimpse of the backyard. Hello? What yard? No, I mean the what? Really? Hello, English. The back porch. There we go. I'm telling you, hand gestures literally solved my problems today. So there we go. But to get inside finally with my amazing camera skills, let's get in here. You guys ready? Okay, let's go in. So here we have like just like a little spot to put your shoes and whatnot, a little paw print one because we have a dog that I did remember during this build. Quickly for the little garage, as you walk down, you get like a little track. What? Little track? That's a full-on track. Man, that's crazy. That full treadmill. That was a full treadmill. There we go. I don't know what's up with me today. It's just silly words. But we got like couple skill building stuff, a flag, obviously. Why not? Definitely want one. And we got like a little cozy area. This is what I was saying, like there's so many little spots that I feel like I didn't really show you guys that we filled up really nicely. So this is kind of just an awkward room that we had, which has like plenty of windows, which is amazing. Probably not great for the TV if you want to watch, but a great view, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of wish we turned it around and just forgot about the TV. I don't know. I guess this is probably where you want the TV. Let me know, because like I feel like these aren't things I really think about, especially with my own home and also The Sims. My dream is to eventually have giant windows. Not that I have them now. But yeah, we can see like there's a little kids area. We got a little spot to drink our coffee, read a book, a little book nook, you know what I mean? And I think that's it here. I think there's just a little bathroom here. Yeah, for guests, which is always great to have. Always have to have a spot for them. Because I don't know, I just like, is it a weird thought process? It's like, I don't think about like TVs and placements. I think about bathrooms for guests. That's what I think about. That's like my main priority. But over here, you guys get to have a better look of, hello? I'm guessing that's a glitched out window. Okay. But you guys get to have a better look of the little kids area or infant area and their room. They got plenty of stuff. And then over here is the, what is it called? A suite bedroom? What do you call it when you have a bathroom in it? I am really lacking on words today. I am so sorry, guys. But over here we have like the closet, which you guys didn't really get to see. Plenty of clutter. We got like the little patio. What? The little, oh my lordy. We have the little suitcase. Is that a patio? Oh lordy. And a mirror to look at ourselves while we get ready. And then over here we got the bathroom and whatnot. You guys can see. It's definitely a cramped one, which is why I added that. I was just like, I didn't want to change the way of the build, so we made it work. Plenty of clutter and for them to use and whatnot. And they get a sweet, you know, what's it called? Closet, or at least. So now for the upstairs, we got this place for you to put all of your Sims photos and whatnot. And I guess where to start. First things first, I guess I'll show you guys. I mean, obviously we already saw the patio and whatnot for your Sims. And then over here we got a bathroom immediately. Just, you know, another spot for your guests to use, in my opinion. It's a full bathroom with a shower and everything, so your Sims have plenty to use, especially if you have guests and whatnot. And then over here we have our little living room, which I absolutely adore. I think this is like one of my favorite living rooms I've done, with a little dining hall and kitchen, obviously. And this is where I was mentioning that we did like little storage spots that we could use, which I feel like we filled up pretty nice. And it comes with a little vacuum for you guys to use. And am I forgetting anything? I think we're good over here. Like I said, it's one of my favorite spaces, especially with how we did the little fireplace. We got our little cluttered wall. I'm definitely a fan of like cluttering up the walls and whatnot. And a spot for their pet to eat. And then moving forward, we got another full bathroom. And we got plenty of bathrooms upstairs. What the heck? Oh, and our little closet, our little storage closet, which you don't necessarily need. But we got like a 1x1 tiled spot, so I was like, why not? And here is our little gaming room. We got little stuff for our infant to use. Our little infant spot with all the colors and whatnot on the wall. And yeah, so you guys can see I did like a bit of different on each side. So we got the pet's favorite person over here with a bunch of clutter. And then a minimalist person over here with... Is that supposed to be a potted plant, I guess? Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is. So they're, like, super organized, and this person has, like, just clutter. Not that they're not organized. Just clutter. And over here, which I feel like you guys got a good glimpse of, we got, like, our little hangout / guest room for people with great lighting, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's it. So for the final look, as you guys can see, as soon as you enter, we have, like, the 2 rooms. Oh, because my camera skills aren't amazing, so I'm just gonna show you guys from bird's eye view, too. We got, like, our 2 rooms here with our guests, and this can definitely change and evolve. I think that's why I also left the extra space, so you guys can expand it if you want, because I feel like a kid and then a teenager is going to want more room. Maybe even swap one of the offices, bulldoze it. It's definitely a place that can grow. It's also in the newer world, so the lots were really skinny and slender, and I was trying to replicate a build of a place that we were looking at, which is why I feel like the layout was kind of funky, and I feel it's definitely not exactly, or nowhere near exactly, the house I was looking at. But yeah, so the little garage that we used, and up here for the final look of the kitchen, living room, and everything else. So let me know what you guys think. I feel like we all had fun building this one on stream. I definitely did personally. It was definitely, I think the funnest part / challenge was figuring out the layout with the photos we had, but also with what made sense with the lack of information we had. And yay, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to this village, welcome on in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and this build as much as I did. I'm so sorry for the lack of ability to speak I had today. It could have been the heat, it could have been the too much caffeine, it could just be the tiredness, I don't know. But either way, I still had fun recording it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye!